affect us right here in San Diego, probably, the earliest. And we all have to take a stand. There's an international rally in Washington. There's rallies all over the country, and San Diego has to be part of this, and we have to do our part. As I like to say, if we're going to save our beaches, we have to get our heads out of the sand and face it squarely.
Yeah, and that leads me to my next question. I mean, why should San Diegans care? I mean, this pipeline they're talking about is back east, so...
Well, because it exacerbates climate change, exacerbates the amount of CO2 that's put into the atmosphere. But I will tell you, our beaches are going to be the first threat. And I want to be a city that we say is net zero in terms of our emissions of CO2, but we can be sustainable energy, and I want to set the whole pace for every city in America. If every city was doing this in America, every city then in Russia, every city in China, we can change this world, and that's what we're saying here. Of course, your passion for doing this. We're going to stop this pipeline, we're going to stop San Onofre, but we're going to build a real alternative energy future here in San Diego. Thank you so much.
So if everyone could get, well, you're all pretty well gathered up. And Mayor's question to kind of phrase this, can you tell us why climate change is the biggest challenge facing humanity, and why is the Keystone pipeline so bad? Perhaps in under 3 minutes or so. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay, thank you. Well, the reason why it's the biggest challenge facing humanity is that it happens slowly, and this is like the old story of when you put a frog in a pot of water that's being warmed up slowly, the frog doesn't jump out. If you put the frog into boiling water, it jumps right out. So I think that's maybe one reason why it's such a big challenge for us. It's also a big challenge because it's fundamentally an intergenerational problem, and my daughter is actually here today, somewhere over there, and I want to leave a better planet for her. And that's CO2 is just like sewage. It's something we just routinely clean up after ourselves, and the technology exists to do this. The step forward is to put a price on carbon. Right now, it's free to use the atmosphere as a polluting ground, and so I think Jim Hansen has it right when he says we just need to slap about a $10 or $20 a ton. So what we need, and I heard that Senator Boxer introduced legislation just a few days ago to put a $20 a ton tax on carbon. So if you like to write letters, write to Senator Boxer and tell her that we have your back. Okay, thank you.
To the earth is not only done to us, but to future generations. To place a death-dealing economic system above the living system of earth and the living beings upon it betrays our sacred trust for our species to care for all life. The environment is not an externality, it is not an issue among issues, it is the context for all issues. Yeah.